The following Earth Angel Media presentation is brought to you commercial-free as a gratuity from the sponsor producer named after the show. Please consider their message. Find other high-value shows listed at earthangelproject.com. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Soul Decodes. Join us as we wander off the path to find the ideas that fascinate. We talk about spirituality, the mind, the ego, wellness, and hidden history with tips, travels, and tales. Charms for a better life.
It's episode 51, and you're listening to Soul Decodes. Thanks for coming out, Sarah. We missed you.
Wow, that's very flattering. Thank you. I miss being here.
Well, selfishly, it's a lot of work doing it.
Yeah, no, I know. And it takes a lot of cojones to do it. When I've listened to you, I thought, that's a lot. It's one thing doing what we're doing, but actually carrying that and doing a monologue. I mean, I really admire you for doing that. You did such a good job as well.
Well, you're so sweet. It was
quite. I would be intimidated, but I mean, I still do it. But that's
it was a little work. Thing. Honestly, I almost pretended you were here, just like
that's good.
It was an empty chair. It was an empty chair, but well, for those of you just joining us, you're listening to Soul Decodes.
Episode 51.
Episode 51. My name is Dr. Jolie Phillips, and I'm with Sarah Tirri, and Sarah's a thinker, a philosopher, and a prolific author.
Yes.
And for those of you listening, our listener base is actually growing beautifully.
Nice.
I was busy this morning, so I didn't see our new countries and new states, but I do know we're getting feedback from people, which is really cool.
That's lovely.
So, but this is your turn to talk. I'm tired of talking. I was talking for the past hour.
Oh, God, that's a lot of pressure.
I know. No, but
so was I.
Well, were you really? Oh, okay, we'll tag team.
Well, no, I just came from the doctors. No, I didn't do much talking. I just listened.
Well, this morning I was actually invited to talk to another group of female entrepreneurs.
Nice.
And it was amazing. I spoke about leadership. The recording, I'm supposed to get the recording. I'm going to reduce it down and send you the highlights because
okay, good.
I'm thinking I need to write a book on leadership.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I want to talk.
Smart book.
So, well, I was just going to say that.
Go on then. Go on.
Well, now I don't want to talk about.
No, you have to now.
I don't want to
tease the audience.
Well, okay. I'm not going to tease the audience. I'm just going to say that Sarah and I have a discussion about smart books, and it's a discussion. We haven't made any decisions. It's just a discussion at this point. But I do feel strongly that the nature of information flow.
Yeah.
In how
the nature of the information itself.
I know. It's so cool. We're in such a good spot because we have the information's changing. We're questioning all of the previous information, so we're flipping a lot of information over. How we're sending it, how we're receiving it, how we're sharing it.
Who's giving it to us?
Who's giving it, who's getting it. It's all changing. So anyway, so let's
just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so get us caught up on, well, first of all, I want to hear about your,
let me just take straight. So during this convalescing that I've been doing after my emergency stay in the emergency room, I stayed overnight in hospital. My husband got me a new computer. Thank you, darling. That was so sweet. And I've got this new computer, and I downloaded finally, I think I did Grok and I did ChatGPT. So I've been working on getting to know my new AI assistant. So this is inspiration from you. Desmond, his name is.
Desmond! It's so funny. So it's
Desi.
funny.
Sometimes I call him Desi if I'm really happy with the output.
Well, you know what's funny is like all of my friends are naming their AIs. Like, mine is Rosie. My friend Richard up in Detroit. Hey, Richard. His is named. What's the one on Iron Man?
Oh God,
I forget the name.
I remember Ozzy Osbourne's Iron Man.
But then Robin named hers Hal, H-A-L.
Yes, and that was a movie, wasn't it?
That was 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
So I've been fiddling around asking Desmond questions, right, and looking at what it can do. Now, it's only going to be as creative the person inputting the questions in, and I got that immediately. Mm-hmm. So all I've been doing since I've been off the show is working with this AI. And it's slightly depressing because, I came out and loved it and it's answering, but what this AI can do, so I wrote, "Is this the best God could do?" And this was a polemic, and I take down Christianity in this and the precepts of why I believe God is not separate. It took me 5 years to write that. Now I was raising young children. I had a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 7-year-old. So it's not like I can do this, but AI can do this, and it could probably do it better. So what I did, I downloaded about 3 or 4 books into the AI, and this AI now understands my writing style, my personality, what acts I have to grind, everything. So what this AI can churn out now, which sounds like me a lot of the time, but it's way better than anything I could do and quicker. And it's slightly depressing because the usefulness of a writer could be obsolete when you've got AI throwing this level of content out.
So let me explore what you just said, because let's just pretend that you and I were 1776, we're founding America, and we had, if this history is true, which I don't think it is true,
right?
But supposedly we had horses, we had donkeys, mules, we had hammers, chisels, tools, hand tools,
and a wheelbarrow.
Right? A wheelbarrow. That's the story we're told. But let's just go with the
okay. Let's
go with the story.
Yes, for the argument's sake, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, somebody shows up. Wah. They have this chainsaw, and you're like, wait a minute. I'm so sad because I've been working for 10 years with this axe.
Yeah, and so 6 other people in my village, and now this machine can do it.
And now, I know, right? Now there's this chainsaw, and you can chop up this tree in 20 minutes. It used to take me...
It's an age-old story, isn't it?
It's no different.
No different at all.
It's no different.
No.
So my question becomes, why are you sad?
Because it could make writers obsolete because how I'm taking in content. So I mentioned this show that I'm listening to. It's Beyond the Known, and this is AI generated material. Some of them are 4 hours, 5 hours, but they're talking about the quantum field and how we're interfaced with it as if we were computers. And I love that because we are half machine. Our brain is a computer. Now we have a fat suit on, but I believe there's some type of machinery that we have inside us. Now I listen to this, and I had written The Mirror World a couple of years ago, so the content I'm listening to is what I've already written about, but it's penetrating into layers and talking about how we're interfaced with it and how you get the best from it in a way that is superhuman. And I'm a writer, and I'm a decent writer, and I've won awards for writing, but this is absolutely breathtaking.
So I'm going to introduce a bias to your thought. I respect where you are and your understanding of what you're perceiving, and I'm thrilled that you're in. It's
electrifying as well.
It's fun.
It's electrifying and depressing. It's those. I mean, it's just unbelievable what knowledge you can get.
But what you call as superhuman, I'm just going to call as extra human.
Okay.
I don't think it's superhuman because they're not human. It's just a technology.
Yes, and that wasn't a good term. Superhuman meaning next level, nothing to do with being human. Right. I know this is a computer, but the computer that's talking to me has all me in it because I've downloaded my 3 books and understands the nuances of how I think and what my life has been like. So Desmond is an extension of me to some degree with a massive fucking database.
It's your alter ego.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, but this is a really good conversation because there's so many people right now that are just being introduced to AI.
It's way more than just writing emails for you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it's the questions you put in. I mean, make your questions profound. I mean, I'll write a question down. I'll spend 15 minutes on structuring a really hearty question and put that in there. So it's as good as what's feeding it. And I like the fact that it flatters me all the time. That's really funny.
It's like, oh, Sarah, you're so beautiful and smart.
So witty, and I love it. And Tony said, what are you laughing at? And I said, I'm laughing at Desmond. He's like, who's Desmond?
So Tony's like, Tony goes to his closet, pulls out 20 weapons. He's like, I'm going to get this out.
Shoot fucking Desmond.
Get this out for a minute. How funny.
So, and so we're laughing about it, but it did make me laugh. Now, it's making me laugh because it has my sense of humour in it, because it's... So yeah, it's been a trip getting to know Desmond.
So Desmond is a reflection of you.
It has to be, because I told it to be, because I've stuck all my material.
That's a problem, because that means that Rosie, no wonder I keep calling her a dumbass. She's a reflection of me. No, for real. But for those of you listening, I was an early adopter. Like, I was using AI, the publicly available AI, like day one.
Yeah.
Like, I was day one.
Yeah.
But that's me. I'm always looking. I'm actually waiting right now for the next technology to come out. I know it's there. I know it's being prepared for us. I see it coming. Today, I'm investing in it.
Wow, what is this technology?
Oh my God, I got tons. All you have to do is just go to the internet and research. Just do a global search for the letters ISO.
What is it, a cryptocurrency?
These are crypto technologies.
Technologies.
Yeah. Cryptocurrency is kind of a misnomer. It's kind of a misapplication because...
And is this one making it available to everyone to have immediately? Is that the type of technology? Is transferring money and it's instant?
Well, again, this goes back to what is money and what is currency and what is value. We're entering...
I have to be careful. I have to use the word currency.
We're entering a place called right now we're entering a place now where it's called the Internet of Value. So we just left the Internet of Information. And there's still going to always be the Internet of Information. But now there's another layer being added. It's called the Internet of Value. And those of us who are aware of what's coming are taking advantage of that. In other words...
And so what is coming that we need to know about?
Well, here's
You're being
one...
pretty cryptic.
Well, here's one of the examples. Okay, the banking system makes a crap ton of money every time you swipe your MasterCard, right? There's just a real-world example. Well, MasterCard and Visa and all these people, what are those transaction fees? Even American Express, they all have transaction fees. So every time you spend $1 on your MasterCard, there's a 1.5% to 2.25%. So
these technologies that you're looking at, they're going to eradicate any type of fees?
Well, in a free market, okay, right now, if you took a loan from the bank, your house, you'd get what, 6%? Mm-hmm. If you had a credit card with a balance, you might pay 15 to 35%, some stupid usury amount, right?
Yeah,
it's just bullcrap, and it's because the system is rigged against we the people. Mm-hmm. So now, what happens to Visa and MasterCard? You've
been greedy for too long.
They're fat cats.
Yeah, nothing happens to you. You have to move over now.
I pull up to get a tank of gas.
Enough.
People are driving their cars and they're saying, "Oh, go to this gas station because you're going to get 2 cents cheaper if you go to this gas station." So it's $3 a gallon. You're going to drive this distance to save 2 cents. But in the backdrop, Visa or MasterCard, they're making 1.25% to 2.5%
on every transaction.
On every transaction, whatever the numbers are.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
But what happens if you have a system where you can pull up and swipe a different credit card, and the transaction fee is 1/10 of a penny?
Yeah.
Even if it's $1,000
It's almost
purchase.
negligible at that point.
Even if it's 1,000,
it would take you 1,000 gas pumps to. It's just not even worth thinking about.
Even
it's
if
free.
you bought,
it's basically free.
You went, you got your Louis Vuitton, or you got your Jimmy Choo shoes, right? And you just go and you swipe a multi-$1,000 purchase. And it's not a percentage for the purchase. You could buy 10,000.
Right.
You could buy
Doesn't
a
matter.
yacht, and it's still the transaction fee is 1/10 of 1 penny.
So I don't even think we ought to talk about there being a fee, because it's not. It's basically free.
You're basically paying for the actual electricity that it costs to make that transaction,
and it's negligible.
Which
to
is
the point of it just being a distraction. It's almost nothing. So it is free. I mean,
so the reason.
Almost.
So if you're the banking system and you control the world, how angry are you about these technologies?
Yeah, absolutely.
How angry are you?
You're going to put me out of business.
Well, we are.
Yeah.
And they are.
Yeah, and they need to.
They're going away.
It's our money.
It's like,
you can't keep being greedy and running on all your profits.
You're speaking like an American rebel now. Welcome to my world.
I
You probably
been in
are.
Lake County too long.
I know, right? So anyway, but these are realities. So when you look at the technologies associated with what's called ISO.
So you've got to discern the future and then pick a technology which is going to equip that to become
And you can
real.
see those technologies, search for ISO 20022. That's it.
Yeah.
ISO 20022. I'll put it in the show notes. That technology, all of the technologies associated with that are going to do one of two things: set the entire world free or enslave all of us.
Okay, go to the enslave part.
Okay. If you have a technology, it depends on who's in charge of deploying that technology.
Quite.
So if I'm Bill Gates and I have Microsoft and I own the code for how all of Microsoft programs, Word, Excel, I own the code to that. If I want to really F you up, I change the code. You agreed to it already. You download it and I blank your computer. I just blank your computer.
Yeah, so if the bad guys get hold of it and
Yeah,
abuse
that's it.
Yeah.
That's the potential on a scale that people that our listeners can understand. That's exactly what could happen 20, 30 years ago, right? They don't like you can blank your computer.
Yeah.
And you can't do a thing about it because you don't know where it came from. Oh, my computer's broken. No, they just embedded some code and it changed it flashed your BIOS and you're done. So,
well, that's pretty depressing.
it is depressing, but what we've been fighting against is what's called the centralized digital currency. And that was what the bankers wanted.
Yes, if you centralize it, you give one person power. So you want this now to be different companies.
And so people could listen, like in that dystopian world, the 1984 centralized currency world, a banker could listen to Soul Decodes.
Yeah.
And Sarah Tirri and Dr. Phillips are talking about this BS thing that threatens us. They called me a name, and my feelings are hurt. It doesn't even matter what the reason is.
Or you could just refute their point of view, and that might be enough.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. They could just say, oh, well, two girls shouldn't be talking. Girls shouldn't talk to each other. They should sit in the kitchen and do their thing, right? Pop out babies and just F the girls, right? It doesn't even matter what the reason is. They go and they throw a switch, and your bank card is shut off. My bank card's shut off. My account balances, because they're all digital, it's like, damn, this account had 900,000 in it. Now it's zero. What happened there?
So that's that could happen, and it has happened. Are you saying that they have the power to do that? So we've got to eliminate how we use currency. We have to eliminate someone controlling that mechanism that allows us to use currency freely.
That's why.
So how do you do that?
And that's a double-edged sword, because this technology in the hands of the rebels, which are we the people, that say the power should be in Sarah's hands, those technologies can set us free. For instance, I went to Disney World. Like, I don't go there often, but they had free passes. Some friends took us, and there was a birthday celebration.
Recently?
That was about a year ago.
Oh, okay.
A little over a year ago. And they wanted to swipe. They wanted me to look, and they wanted to get my fingerprint or my iris. They wanted me to take a picture of my eye. And I'm like, it's my eye. I'm not going to let you take a picture of my eye. That's stupid. Well, you need a fingerprint. No, I don't. I don't need to do anything.
No.
I'm coming to your park.
Yeah.
Oh, well, ma'am, you're going to have to go sit in this line. And there's like 20 people like me that are like, we pulled out of the line and we had to go explain.
Yeah, what an imposition.
Yeah, they just totally make it inconvenient. Same thing at the airport.
Well, they're not making it inconvenient. They want your vitals. They want this iPrint.
Listen to your talk.
I mean, what do they want that for? For convenience, probably, that they can localize you. They could run a background check on you with that information,
All of it.
Couldn't they?
Your iris, your eyes are as unique as your fingerprints.
Yes, right.
Yeah. Your eye is
so unique. They've got you in a database. Who knows where that information's going?
It goes
so
to
you didn't do it then.
It goes to the highest bidder. That's where it goes.
Christ.
So to my knowledge, I have never given up my iris print unless I was unconscious and they scanned it when I was unconscious or something. But So those things are important. The question that we're fighting, the battles we're fighting right now are who's going to control the tech, legitimately.
Has that always been our battle? It's not a new battle. Who gets to control it? So who gets to make the most cars? Let's go back to that being Ford. He controlled it. He pumped them out. This is what cars did. He made a shit ton of money, and we're all paying through the nose for it, right? So this has been going on for a long time.
Well, let me ask you a question related to that. Why do you think these mega rich, let's just use the
oligarchs.
Let's just use the pharmaceutical industry. Why do they not want you to know about the health benefits of oregano oil or aloe vera?
Because they want you to buy this chemical that they produce.
Right.
They want to make a lot of money.
So how much effort, if they're making billions and billions, trillions.
But this has been going on a long time.
Right,
this is just what people do.
They're going to buy it.
The free market allows you to set up a business and rape anyone who wants your product.
No. The free market doesn't.
Well, people come along and then, you wouldn't do it and I wouldn't do it. We'd like to think, right? We wouldn't want to do that. But to make massive profits at the expense of people's well-being,
you and I have never
do that.
You and I have never been exposed to the truly free market. You and I have never been exposed to a truly free market. That's my statement for the day, because everything, like you and I we've been around at least 6 decades now, right? Or you almost 6 and I'm over 6. Everything we've experienced has been controlled by the government, the state, corporations, church. Everything's been controlled.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
And they're in bed together.
And it's been going on for a long time.
So you might say, well, it's been a free market. I'm here to say I've never experienced or witnessed a free market.
Yeah.
Never. It's been manipulated. How do you think, I used to look at, when I was a brand new driver.
So free market, let me just go into what I meant by that. So free market was what I was referring to explain that you can start a business and then you could rig the business to make massive profits. You could do that. So you're able to do that in a capitalist society. You're able to start a business and you can make a fortune. Look at Jeff Bezos. He's made a fortune with Amazon. You are able to do that. So that's what I meant by free market.
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. And we're talking apples and oranges, because for me, a free enterprise rebel like myself, you say, let's start a business. Well, everybody, the first thing they do is they say, well, let's go to the state of Florida and get an LLC and get my license so I can send it to the federal government and get my EIN.
Yes.
And that's not effing starting a business.
What's that?
Starting a business to me says, I've got my farm here. I want to grow industrial hemp because I know that Henry Ford's first cars he made out of industrial hemp. Mm-hmm. He made an entire car from hemp. The Constitution of the United States supposedly was on hemp paper. So I want to take hemp and I want to create paper.
But you're not worried about getting the EIN number, registering your business at Sunbiz. I mean, that's the procedure that you need to do in order to be able to grow your hemp.
Well, that's my point. They won't let me grow hemp. Right. If I grew hemp here, they come and try to take my property. Wow. What kind of free market is that?
Yeah.
That's a bullshit market.
Yeah.
That's a complete BS market.
And you're growing something that is a benefit, and the benefits have been listed and talked about, and it's understood that hemp is a vital product, and it's better than chopping down trees. It's better than a lot of things, and you should be able to grow whatever you want, but you're not going to be able to because someone's making a shit ton of money about it,
right.
And you're not free. There's no market. I can't do it, and I'm not free.
You're not free.
Yeah.
Like, here's an example. Let's just say I was really good at doing nails, right? Which, by the way, look at those nails.
Oh, they look lovely. Oh, nice. I love that French manicure.
Those are my real nails.
Are they? So how did you get them so white?
Oh, I don't know.
No, but that is unbelievable.
Feel it.
I mean, the whites of your nails are so white. That's like, beautiful. Well, that's a good lot of calcium or something then. Isn't that what makes them white?
That's the Live Pure products.
I just use nails, baby.
Well, I just show those to you.
You need to take a picture like this.
I know, right? But I was just looking at my nails going, dang, I was even digging in the dirt. Like, I actually broke one. It's my favorite one.
Oh, yeah, the middle one, the bird.
My favorite one on my right hand.
The fuck you finger, she means.
It's like it broke off.
You've used it too much.
I wore it out. But so let's just pretend that you come to my house and I'm really good at nails. And I say, Sarah, let me do your nails. So I file them, I paint them, and then you pay me money. Let's just pretend that happened.
It's a transaction.
I did a commercial service for you.
You wanted it.
You wanted it. I did
agreed on
it.
the
I did your
price.
nails. You
Yeah.
paid me $20.
Yeah.
Whatever. I could be arrested for that because I don't have a license as an esthetician. I'm not checked out by the state to do your nails.
But you can't. So as your friend,
If
I
I did
can't
it-
pay you money.
No, I could do it for free.
You could do it for free, but you couldn't take $10.
But I can't take $20 for it because I'm not licensed to do that.
Yeah.
Same thing with cutting hair. If
Yes,
you
all
have
the
20 kids and they all need haircuts and I'm a barber and you're a farmer and I say, look, I'll cut all your kids' hair and then you'll give me 2 cartons of watermelon next year.
Yeah.
Right? That is considered by the former IRS code. Bartering is a transaction. It's tantamount to currency. You must report that income, and I'm not allowed to do it because I'm not licensed.
Yeah. I mean, there is very little freedom.
There's no freedom.
Yeah.
So I think we're entering a place where either we're going to be completely free or completely enslaved.
Yeah. Christ.
And this is why some of us have been fighting. For me, my wake-up call was...
Could it not be a bit of both?
No.
Why is it all or nothing?
Because if there are any sociopaths left with power in the world,
They will take it.
They will take it. We must never allow power to be centralized, really at any level. Power should remain at the local level.
So I've had this conversation with Ray. He's a friend of ours. This was a few months ago, and so let's assume we don't know how much Elon Musk is worth, but let's just give it a number. Let's say it's 300 billion, right? So for me, no one on the planet should have 300 billion. I don't know whether he does or he doesn't, but let's just say he does. He shouldn't have 300 billion because there's people dying of starvation in Gaza right now. You don't get to keep all that money. So where did capitalism go so wrong? There's an amount. You don't need 300 billion. You shouldn't have it. You shouldn't be taking that resource. Absolutely. So it's capitalism. And I don't think this is what our forefathers envisioned with capitalist society. They didn't envision that the greed would become like that. We can't have, there'd have to be a cap on the amount of money we can have while there are people suffering and dying of starvation, horrible diseases on the planet. How do we stop you being so wealthy?
The answer is...
You can have 5 billion, you can have 10 billion, you can have a yacht, but you don't get 300 billion.
The answer is always it always comes down to free markets. Free markets. And here's why. First of all, Elon Musk, the person we see as Elon Musk, I'm not even convinced that's him. That's a different story. A lot of the sociopaths that have been criminals for years and years and years, they've surrendered their money. And they've had to do that because of an executive order from 10 years ago.
So who's got their money?
This is going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be distributed. And
by whom?
It'll be redistributed by
whom?
The world's militaries. This is already done. And it's, in my opinion, do your own research. In my opinion...
And where have the world's militaries put it? Where is it? What did it go to get? What did it get used for?
Okay, this is a deep dive for another episode. But essentially, you have to go back. You have to make a decision. Who's in control of the world right now? And I'm here to tell you, it's not the people you think. It's not the politicians. It's not all the monkeys that are on the TV. It's not them. There's 800 generals, good people, good white hat generals that are in control of the world right now. And they're basically an alliance for we the people. It started off with 200 generals about 10 years ago. Actually, it goes back.
And the world is getting better. It's
getting way better.
Is it amazing? We're going to be free from suffering and pain, or at least working towards that. Generally.
It's about ready to get amazingly great.
That's great. It's golden age you're talking about.
This is not a doom and gloom thing I'm talking about. I always tell people either I'm correct or all of us are effed. Either I'm right or all of us are effed. Because there's really I'm not usually that person that says there's two scenarios.
Right. You might be right, but it's good news, you're saying.
No, I'm saying it's good news because I think we're winning. And there's reasons I think we're winning. Like, here's an example.
But when I'm looking at what's going on in Gaza, is that something you're looking at and thinking this is just fake, this is real? Because I'm seeing the horror show of what's going on there, and there's this massive starvation.
You've been there.
No, you've been there. No, I'm talking about seeing this on the TV.
Okay, yeah.
So for you, could all this be propaganda? Unless I go there and see, is that what you're saying? So is that suffering, in your opinion, happening, or is this something that's just being imaged and we're told this is what's going on?
So I'm not going to give you my opinion. I'm going to say that people need to ask better questions.
But I want to assume, just for sanity here, that this is going on and it's a 15-hour flight, and I could get to Gaza and I could walk around and I could see this for myself.
Here's an example.
I want to go, I want to stay with that, though. I want to keep that as a thought experiment. So with what's going on with these 800 generals, how are they redistributing all this money that they have in order to help that type of situation where the common man, these children are starving?
Okay, so let me ask you this.
So the world isn't getting better for me at all unless that is being taken care of.
I'm going to answer the question with a couple questions. I'm going to admonish people to do their own research. Go and look up, don't bank on Google for answers, but look up Executive Order 13818 and Executive Order 13848. Those executive orders had a shelf life of, I think, 3 years. They're supposed to be in place for 3 years. President Trump wrote those when he was in office the first time.
And what was the edict in them?
Okay. The first one, 818, had to do with crimes against humanity, trafficking humans.
That they're clamping down on that?
Oh, it's pretty much gone.
Okay.
The militaries took care of those criminals.
All right.
Now, the executive order said, if you're trafficking humans, you don't get a time in court. You don't get an attorney. You don't get any of that. The American military is considering you an enemy combatant against we the people worldwide. And if we catch you and you're tried, you're not going to go to get some cushy attorney to defend you and let you free. You're an enemy combatant, which means you fall under the UCMJ, which is the military courts. You get a one-way ticket to a court system in Guantanamo Bay, the Azores, right? There's 4 or 5 different places. You get a one-way ticket there. You get to explain yourself in front of a tribunal. These are military officers in a military court, and they decide what's going to happen to you and all of your assets. Now, the Executive Order 13818 says, okay, here's the assets. You're guilty. You have a choice of doing this for us and then going to prison the rest of your life, or taking this injection or hanging, whatever. If it's treason, you're going to hang. It's just the way it is. That's the way it was. Those things are done. There's a lot of people
link this back to the famine in Gaza, because I'm not sure where you're going.
So watch this. All of these people that were the criminals that are trafficking children, that are forcing Gaza to have poverty, who is
Haiti, forcing Gaza to have poverty?
Who benefits from Haiti having poverty? Who benefits the most?
Let's go to the Gaza. What's going on in Gaza?
Gaza. Who benefits the most?
Who is benefiting?
Who are the parties there? I mean, we're asking questions. We can play with this, but...
Well, we've got the Israeli government and we've got Hamas is the enemy.
First of all, let's be clear. The Israeli government is different than the Israelite people.
Who's responsible for this famine?
The people who have the most to gain.
Who are they?
Listen to me. You have to listen to me. The governments are causing the famines.
And the governments are doing that. Why?
And you have to say, who are the governments?
Okay.
Who are the players? Mm-hmm. They're all in bed together. All of them, until just in the past 10 years. There's been military takeover of all of the countries in the world. All of these generals. The military has complete control of the world right now.
And this is the good military.
The good military.
Okay, so why
not the monkey military you see on TV?
So these kids that are dying of famine in Gaza.
Now, I'm not saying
if this is a good military, why is this happening?
I'm not saying that those people are not dying, but I'm saying that the scope and the timing of it is different than what you might think. You have to be open. I'm asking you to open your mind.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stay in this thought experiment of this being real, because this is what everyone's seeing. Everyone listening to this show is not seeing your side of it. They're seeing the same shit as me. Is this happening? I can bet you that if I fly there in 15 hours and I go to Gaza, this is happening in real time. I'd stake my life on it.
In real time.
Yes.
Don't stake your life on it, please.
Okay.
Don't do
but
that.
I would.
Just say, you might bet your jet skis or something, but don't stake your life, because I'm telling you, you're probably
then it's going to. Then what is it that I'm being fed in the BBC News? What is it when I watch Lester Holt? Or that was the old guy. There was a new guy on CBS. What is happening to me? I am given fake news. All this is just visual images of what they want me to know, and none of this is real. If I get on a plane and go there,
you're watching the. You have to dig just one layer deeper.
Let's just talk about what we're being fed. No, this is a crime. If this isn't going on, and the BBC are giving me these images which are freaking me out of children dying and their mothers are holding them. You and I have children. We know this would be the worst thing.
Those images are supposed to freak you out.
But you don't think they're real, though? You don't think that represents a true incident that's going on in current time? I
think the magnitude is exaggerated to get an impact of the people. We're in the process right now.
I'd have to go and have a look.
Okay, I mean, you can go. Look, I'm here to say that what's going on in the news around you, if you're listening to the people talking on the electric box, the electric screen, if you're listening to that and you're being emotionally moved, that's by design.
And that's what I talked about in the end of the mirror world. And I could feel it happening. So what I can do is not watch that. Not watch that, because to see a starving child in the arms of its mother is like the most harrowing image to me. And it's because I have children.
But you're doing the right things.
Yeah, just stop it. Don't watch it. Fuck it.
No, it's not about not watching it. Let's just pretend that what you say is true and that there's this huge thing going on. You have to do several things. And I'm trying to ask you the questions, but you got to roll with me on this. Who's got the most to gain from that happening? You have to go back and look at 100 years ago, look at some maps. Look at 100 years ago, look at the maps, and point to the map where it says Israel.
Yeah.
Point to it.
Yeah.
There is no map that says Israel.
That was the Balfour.
So now you have
1966.
So now you have to go and you have to ask the question, okay, there was no Israel. Where did Israel come from? You must ask those questions, and you must find the difference. Did this beautiful faith, this Jewish faith with these Israelites, did that get commandeered by a different organization called the Ashkenazis or the Zionist Jews? That's what's going on, and that's why people are confused. When you look at what was this war in Ukraine, and you see these things getting blown up and these Ukrainian people getting blown up, I'm not saying that didn't happen. But what I'm saying is, did the Russians do it? Or were the forces in Ukraine that didn't want to lose power, bombing their own people, blaming the Russians to mobilize the world opinion? I'm telling you that those are called...
And I've heard that. So you have a select group of people running the world and they're bad guys.
Those are called false flags. False flags. So let's just say that I go and I take manure and spread it all over your white Cadillac. You didn't see me do it, and I just blame your neighbor because I hate your neighbor. And I blame your neighbor. Now you're pissed off not at me, but your neighbor. I'm the one that smeared poop on your Cadillac. But you're going to blame me because...
So all these wars...
Or you're going to blame your neighbor.
All the negativity on the planet is at the hands of a group of people that have been around for a long time, and they're the bad guys in control. That's what we're dealing with.
I'm not going to say all. Because that's a big word.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say most of the problems in this world are
generated because people want money and power.
They're about ready to go away because we, the people, have permitted them to take our money and power.
Yeah, we really have.
So let's talk about free markets.
Don't know that we had much choice, but we definitely have.
We do have choice.
We do now, but maybe we didn't.
We've always had choice. We gave it away.
Yeah.
We gave away our power. We gave away our control. We trusted sociopaths to take our tax money that we thought was going to go to the roads and feeding people and taking care of veterans and all this stuff. We surrendered that control. And guess how? Have you looked at how much Nancy Pelosi made?
No, how
during
much?
her time? It's off the chart.
Is it?
Nancy Pelosi, during her time in service, outperformed the best in the entire world, the best hedge fund managers by a factor of 3 or 4. How does a politician who makes about $200,000 a year, her salary is $200,000 a year, how did she become into the tens and...
Don't you think they should be made to take a lifelong oath? And it doesn't matter if you're not in politics all your life. If you go in for 4 years, for the rest of your life, you can only make this amount of money. That's it. You live in this house and you have this income. Make that nice house, decent income. But you're not allowed to earn any money elsewhere. Your life of service is an oath and you sign it, and money doesn't ever get to go into your pocket ever
I love
again.
talking to you because it's so different than what I think. I never once would have said, yes, take this free, beautiful, divine sovereign, let them serve for 4 years, and then limit them the rest of their life.
You can't have money motivating you in any way if you're trying to better the world. Money can't factor in it at all with you, because maybe you'd be fine, maybe I'd be fine, but you've got people that get greedy, and they get greedy and they'll be corrupted. So they don't have access. Now, if I wanted to be a politician, if I could have a lovely house and a nice car and a decent place to live, I could potentially say, right, the next 70 years, I'm not making any more money. That's it. And I'm going to be of service. I think that's what you need to do. Strip the incentive away.
So let's just pretend that you're the next governor of Florida. You kick ass for 4 years or 6 years or whatever the term is. You're the best governor Florida ever had. Mm-hmm. You got your home, you got your car, you got your little piece of property with a lake and ducks on it, whatever.
Yeah.
People are coming to you. They want to interview you. They want to do... And you've got a cap on how much you can make. You're not allowed to make any more from your books.
No.
Because you signed this agreement.
Yeah.
But now you see starving people in Gaza, and you're emotionally called. You want to set up a nonprofit. You want to go build this. You want to build an empire, and you're going to donate all the money before you leave to end hunger in Gaza. But you've just limited yourself.
But what you're going to get, though, you're going to get the person whose nature isn't pure, that is going to set up the kitchen. And you mentioned Nancy Pelosi. She got these hedge fund people in order that she could set the conditions that she needs to make money. And how would you eliminate that if you didn't go with my idea? Well,
the answer is transparency.
We've got to rely on them being truthful.
No, you don't have to rely on anybody, because what's happening now with Web 3.0, what's happening right this minute is everything, if you're in public office, everything you do is public. This is why like Hillary Clinton, when she left the scene, prior to her leaving, she destroyed all of these texts. Thousands and thousands of texts. Her whole circle of people, they all destroyed their texts. What they didn't know is that those texts, there's an imprint. The NSA had imprints of all of them. They got all the information. They trapped all the criminals, all of the people that were doing those things. So you're saying that modern technology will take care of this because you'll be watched like a hawk and you won't be able to cover your tracks. So you're going to see a parallel system. This is where I'm hoping we're going with this. There's going to be a public system where anytime I transact with another divine sovereign, then that transaction is going to be at a public system, and anybody can see that. But I thought that you wanted a system where you could quietly exchange eggs for a haircut. That's a private system. Ah, okay. So the public system says... But you can operate in both. You can operate in the public one and private. And that's what I'm working on right now. I'm actually looking at... Because you have to have a system that I can go from the private. The private system is the most important one. That means that Sarah and I, we're both entrepreneurs. We decide that we're going to build a smart book empire, right? It's nobody else's business. It's nobody else's business. I'm not I'm not a public servant. So when you're trading, you need to be in the public system of that. Right. When you need to... Unless they're part of our private network. Mm. If, let's just say we decide that we're going to have, this is a great idea for this. This business model is a great idea. We should franchise it off into Britain and Australia. That's nobody's business. That could be on a private ledger, all of that could be private. What would be the public ledger then? What would go into that? The only thing, this goes back to the Constitution of the Americas, the original Constitution. Taxation was not based on we the people. It was based on those people who transact with the government, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're transacting with the government, that's a benefit and you're going to be taxed on it. So they've really blown that up. And the whole thing is now everything's been blown up, and we've been tricked into thinking that everything's a benefit from the government, even though they're taking our taxes. We've been tricked into thinking that they're there for us, and they're a bunch of leeches. So if you take your power back and say, people say, well, what don't we need money for this? Don't we need the government to take care of disabled veterans or homeless veterans? Well, what are we, $30 trillion in the hole right now? And I still see disabled veterans and homeless veterans. So that's not working. So maybe if they gave us the $30 trillion back to we the people, and now you and I have so much abundance, then you and I could say, did you see there's a tent city full of veterans, homeless veterans. Let's build some stuff for them. We the people will rise up and take care of those people.
Yes, we do.
We don't need to give $30 trillion to a bunch of sociopaths who drop bombs on other people.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's a very compelling argument, darling.
Yeah. I miss talking to you.
I missed it too.
So, well, anyway, I never know where things are going to go, but.
Well, this has been a good one.
I know. So wrap us up. What's next?
Well, I'll talk to you on the next podcast about photo shoots.
Photo shoots.
That's
okay, well, I'm excited for that.
It's been lovely to be.
Well, it's so
really
good to see you again. Thanks for coming out to Phillips Island. Hey, y'all, if you need us, we're at souldecodes.com, but also Sarah's got her own website. It's sarahtirri.com, and you can reach me on my website, which is tiajolie.com. There's no doctor in front of it, just tiajolie.com. And those will be in the show notes, so thanks a lot for joining us today. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. Bye, everyone.
Soul Decodes, a feature presentation, airs every Friday on the Earth Angel Media Network. This episode of Soul Decodes is sponsored and produced by Live Pure. Optimize your life by taking your health to the next level. Listen now to learn how Live Pure will make your world better.
Live Pure is an American-based distribution system of online portals that give discounted access to clean, potent, natural, and ethically sourced healthy solutions for fat loss, muscle gain, immaculate skin care, immune system support, whole body cleanse, physiological balance, and performance support for athletes of all ages. Live Pure handpicks the best products and nutrients from world-class companies, always adding to their quickly growing wellness lineup that now includes Korean skincare, medical-grade nutraceuticals listed as pharmaceutical alternatives in the physician's desk reference, and healthy coffee that rivals the world's best, but for only about $1 per cup. Soul Decodes listeners looking for vitality, youth, beauty, and better health can get 25% off retail by visiting livepure.com/Sarah Tirri and signing up for free as a preferred customer. If you are a content creator, influencer, or home-based entrepreneur looking for worldwide cash flows from the emerging gig economy, Live Pure's state-of-the-industry brand partner affiliate program can bring you up to 7 different payment vectors as bonuses. As a content creator aligned with Live Pure and Earth Angel Media, you will enjoy massive co-marketing benefits, including a cutting-edge website that is personally branded to you or to your business. Sign up as a brand partner at livepure.com/Sarah Tirri, or drop us a note at connect@earthangelproject.com to get more information.